Hi guys, welcome back to another video from sunny Koh Samui in Thailand. So you probably clicked on this video as if you're wanting to start out but you just don't know where to start. There's so much conflicting information online of how to start making an online income, and there's so many people online selling these different models. So today I'm going to give you the complete starter roadmap so you know where to start and you can get started. So I was in a similar position 2-3 years ago, working as a plasterer in the UK, not knowing where I could start making money online. I'd traveled previously and I knew I wanted to travel full time, but I just didn't know how to do that. I didn't really care how I made my money online. I just wanted to do a job I enjoyed and be able to have the freedom to live in places like Koh Samui. So the main problem is you probably have the passion, you probably have the work ethic to work on something you're passionate about, but you just don't know where to direct that energy and that sort of drive to actually become more and be more and build the life that you want to live. But as I said, there's so much information online, which it doesn't really take into account your personality and what you think is best for you in terms of making money online. So this video will provide you a 3-step plan to get started with the best model for beginners with the lowest startup costs, the quickest way to start becoming a digital nomad, and I'll give all the information away for free on this video. So step 1 is you want a model which is low startup cost, because I know when I started I didn't have much money to put behind it and I kind of wanted to save for traveling, and you want one where you can learn the skill quickly so that you can start earning quickly. So yeah, in terms of the best model, I always push the agency model. It's what I do with my business, and I managed to scale to 5k a month pounds within 90 days of starting my agency, and that's with no clue really. So that is the best model, and what you want to do is just start with that model. So the agency model, I'll explain it a bit more. So it's delivering a service to either a consumer or a business. And I really recommend targeting businesses because they've got a lot more money. They can pay those retainers of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5k a month, however much you charge. So if you start by targeting business with a skill which is easy to learn, so that could be ads, that could be social media management, that could be video editing, that could be creating funnels, that could be email marketing. It could even be stuff like online PTing, but I focus more on the marketing side. But then if you start targeting businesses, they've got money where you only need 1 to 2 clients, and then you're earning enough to live somewhere like Koh Samui. So that's what I'd say, is really start with focusing down on the model which is easy to learn and also cheap to start, which is the agency model, and then pick a skill which you're most interested in. Second is actually learning the skill. So what people do is normally procrastinate and think they need to learn a skill for 6 months, 12 months before they even start the outreach. But no, there's so many skills where you can get to a good point within 30 days, get a client, and also learn on the job. So especially something like paid ads, I'd say work with a small local business. With paid ads with local businesses, you can start with £5–10 per day, which is so cheap for them to do, and you can work on a pay and results model to start with. So you can say to the business, you just need to spend £5–10 a day with ads. I'll run the ads for you completely free, and if I get you X result, you pay me Y commission. And then you can say, if I do a good job in the first month, I'd love to go on a retainer model. So if you start making them a few £1,000s a month, you can easily charge them £500 to £1,000 retainer, and literally you need 2 clients to start living in Thailand or Bali. And what that does, it builds the trust, because early on you're working for free, you're working on a pay and results model, and then from there you're saying, all right, I've proved my worth, I show that I can get you money, and then you can charge then a retainer because you've built that trust, you've built that rapport, and now they know you can deliver the results. So that is the best way to start off. And that's the exact model that we use within my program. So I've got a program where we guarantee you hit 3 to 8k per month within 90 days of working with us, and that's a legal guarantee. So a lot of our students in there have got their first client within a month, within 6 weeks, because they've used that exact framework. And we also have a really good outreach system which is all automated and gets them clients through sending hundreds of emails per day. And that is the third point, to use an outreach system. So many people to start off with, they delay doing outreach because they're scared that someone's going to book a sales call, and that is the scary part, and they feel like they need like 12 months experience before they can even outreach to clients. But that's just not true. You want to start your outreach straight away. So let's say you're running an ads agency, message your friends and family or anyone that you know and say to them, do you know anyone that might need ads running for their business or for them personally? And by doing that, you're indirectly asking that person, plus you're asking anyone in their network. So if you know 100 people and each of those people know 100 people, you're reaching out to 10,000 people who you already have some trust with. So it's such a good way to start. And then from there, like, you really need to push outreach. Like, it's the most important thing in your business, because if you're not earning money through your business, that's the number one thing stopping you from earning money, is by doing outreach. And then from there, you want to build like an automated email system. So you want something that sends out emails every single day, which are personalized, and it means you don't need to touch it. And if you're not feeling it that day, if you're traveling that day, if you're just not there to send emails, it's still sending emails out for you. And that's what allows you to work like a 4-hour work week or a 10-hour work week and live in places like Thailand. Because like right now, I've got emails being sent out to prospects, and they're personalized videos, they're personalized emails, and all I need to do at the end of the day, check the emails, check who's booked in for a call, and maybe do a few replies. But the whole outreach system is automated, and that's what we teach within the course. But the main thing is having a really good offer. So how do you build a good offer? I've got a video which I'll link here, and I'll also link in the description, where you can create a power offer, because really your offer is 90% of how you get clients. It's a 90% effectiveness, because if you've got a bad offer, if you don't know how to frame your offer for your clients, they just won't book in calls. But as I said, I'll link that video here so you can learn how to create an offer for your outreach system. But yeah, if you've got any questions, write them in the comments. If you want the access to the free 2-hour course, that's also in the description. And I've got so many more videos on my channel. And if you're interested in working with us and guaranteed 3 to 8K per month within 90 days, you can book in a no pressure sales call below. And from there, we'll be able to talk you through, give you some free advice, and also see if you're a good fit for our program. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video. As I said, there's loads of resources, and I'll answer every question in my YouTube or my Instagram, and I'll see you on the next video.